Florida in the national spotlight again, this time after a series of conservative bills supported by Governor Ron DeSantis are now facing legal challenges. Among those controversial new laws, stopping censorship by big tech companies like Facebook. An anti-riot bill also aimed at cracking down on protesters as well, and a new election reform bill that some say discriminates. Already nearly half a dozen high-profile lawsuits have been filed so far. Our Jay O'Brien has more on how the state plans on defending itself and who's going to be paying for all that. Jay?
Yeah, Jim, for a while in the state, all eyes were on those laws as they swiftly moved through the legislature and were signed into law, but not so fast, because each now faces a sizable legal challenge, and there are more legal challenges expected for other controversial laws that were passed, and that is going to have a serious impact on the state of Florida, and especially its pocketbook.
Florida now facing a mountain of legal challenges. At least 5 new serious lawsuits in total. On everything from the new anti-riot law billed as a way to stop violent protests, which critics argue will crack down on constitutional rights, and another lawsuit backed by Silicon Valley power players aimed at Governor DeSantis's big tech censorship ban.
Our guaranteed protection against the Silicon Valley power grab.
And at least 3 lawsuits over Florida's new, stricter elections rules, all hoping to stop these laws in their tracks inside an already overburdened legal system.
All that came to a screeching halt.
Attorney Mike Pike warns COVID delays have clogged up the courts, meaning answers on which laws stay and go could come slowly.
Judges are so backed up that I can only imagine how long it's going to take to pull out of this.
These lawsuits don't just take a long time, but they can cost a lot of taxpayer money, particularly if the state or other agencies bring in another law firm to help in their defense. And here's the thing, the more complex the case, the longer it can take, and the more money it can cost.
The Attorney General's office, which defends the state against lawsuits, tells us individual cases don't usually bring an extra cost to taxpayers. But the state's defense still uses people and resources from the AG's office, which has an annual budget of $200 million, funded largely through your tax dollars. These new laws, while a magnet for lawsuits, are still serious legislative wins for Governor DeSantis and conservative allies. But Democrats argue they're written not just for Floridians, but for the governor's higher, possibly presidential aspirations.
And there are more lawsuits expected on the horizon. 2 different groups have said they will sue separately against the transgender sports ban that was just recently signed into law, and also that gambling compact with the Seminole tribe that legalized sports betting. I'm Jay O'Brien, CBS 12 News.